opinion
Uh-huh.
about it because I read a little bit of law about the compensation, and like I said, what I'm saying, is by being clean. You don't have no felony.
Right.
That's how you can get compensated. If you have a felony, two felonies, you're dead.
You're
If you got
finished.
one felony, you got a chance.
Yeah. That very well
I
may
looked at
be. Yeah.
right.
The reason, the clean hands. And I know that the Innocence Project of Florida is working very hard to try to remove that clause from the law so that
Yeah.
anyone in your situation or your uncle's situation would benefit from the compensation law. Yeah. Can
Yeah.
any state make up for the lost years taken from people like you and your uncle? Can any state
No.
make up for those years? No, not really.
No. No. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's
I would,
impossible.
yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I was going to ask you how your uncle is doing, and you already answered that question health wise. How are you doing health wise yourself?
Well, I feel good, but with me just getting this health insurance, I'll be able to go and get my checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, real soon, I'll be able to get, what I'm saying, check out for my prostate. I never had a check for that. What I'm saying? And, I have diabetes.
Oh, do you?
I come to diabetic in 2016.
Oh,
I've been taking medication for it. And really and honest, I don't think I'm a diabetic.
hmm.
Them half doctors in the prison system say I was diabetic. I went to the visiting park one day and my wife told me, say, your eyes is great. I said, why is your eyes great? I said, I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, you need to go get yourself checked. I went up there and checked myself that Monday morning, and they stuck my finger, and my sugar was up to 500.
Ooh,
They didn't do
wow.
no more check. They just throw me on some pills.
I see.
I've been taking pills ever since 2016, but I feel like I still haven't got the accurate treatment to see that I have diabetes. But I've been
Yeah.
taking the pills ever since 2016. They say I have high blood pressure. A lot of days I don't take the pills. I still feel good. My pressure be down. So I need to get an adequate treatment out here. That's why
Yes, you do.
I'm so glad that the social worker and the Innocence Project got together to help me get this insurance. So
Yeah,
hopefully next week I can begin the process
sure.
of getting all my checks out.
Everything needs to get checked out. Yes, I know from experience. I visit about 7 people in different prisons. I have done that for many years. And one of the major complaints is the medical care in prison. And
Terrible.
it's terrible. You
Terrible.
bet. That's what it is. Yeah. So
All they
you
do is
have a,
take $5 from you. They take
that's right.
$5 every time you go visit them.
Yeah, they don't want to spend money on complicated procedures or extensive
Right.
testing or anything like that. But now you have a chance with your new health policy to find out what
Yeah.
really is going on with your health, and that's very
Yes, ma'am.
important. Now, sure, the fact that you were in prison for all these many years took its toll on your family. Were you in different facilities over the years? And how far away from family were you over time?
Well, I would like some 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 6 hours for
Oh boy! Wow. So, how many different prisons were you in over the 43 years?
oh, I could say about maybe 10.
Really, that many?
Yes, I
Wow.
was transferred from one institution to another. I had the idea they were trying to keep me from being in the same prison with my uncle. But we never end up in the same prison together, all the prisons I've been to.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that. Wow. So
We stayed separated all
they
them
kept
years.
you apart. So you hardly got to
Yes,
see. You hardly saw him over the years. Yeah.
Only time I got a chance to see him when we come back to the county jail, and we were blessed to put in the same cell for the couple of weeks that we were waiting to get out.
I see.
Now, 47 years that we wasn't together.
That's amazing. I had no idea. I had no idea. Who knows why they do what they do, and why they moved you from so many different prisons from one to the other to the other. I don't understand the rationale behind that, but I know it's done. I know it's done.
Yes.
When you were,
I wasn't no troublemaker.
I'm sure you weren't.
Think about it.
Right.
That's the thing about it. I wasn't doing anything.
I don't know what the reason is that they do that. I've never understood it. When you were in prison, I was going to ask you two different questions. How did you spend your time in prison? And I was going to ask you how you spend your time now. So how did you spend your time all those many, many years while you were inside?
Well, like before I really got my faith back, I used to go play a lot of sports. Play sports. I love football, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, I had a scholarship, and they destroyed that when they sent me to prison.
Oh.
I had a scholarship, 2 offers to go to college and play ball. So sports was my number one thing, stay in sports. Then when I got my faith back, I began to start seeing so many young kids coming to prison. They were like had us divided away from them when I was in Sumter County. And I started facilitating classes in the LIFE program. I was sent to the LIFE program by the parole board, which is a joke. Parole board is a joke.
Yeah.
So I was sent there, and the program was called a LIFE program, and they had classes, different classes, anger management, life skills, criminal representation, direct 1, 2, and 3. I fell in love with criminal representation because it had something to do with the mind and thinking. So I started facilitating that class. Then I got involved with the victim impact.
Victim impact, I see.
Yes.
And what was that?
The fellows that victim impact is something that where you always holler about you the victim, but you're not the victim, and the people say they're the victim, but what about your family? Your family is a victim also. So they need to learn that also, that you're making your family a victim because you're not there for them to help them, your nieces, your nephew, your kids. You see what I'm saying? So you victimizing them also. So they need to learn that. So we facilitate that,
Did they
teach guys how to, ma'am?
Did they accept that message from you that being in prison, they were victimizing their families and their children as well? How did they
thought about it?
Yeah.
When they thought about it and looked at it and was coming to class and they bought into it, they brought right into it. And they really understood because I showed them where it's true. You know what I'm saying? I showed them how it's true. And they understood it and they bit into it and they believed it. And so everybody that would come to class, even the parole board come there, visit the classes. Miss Coonrod, these are beautiful classes. I love your class. Y'all need to keep doing it up. Okay, you keep doing everything, but you're not doing nothing to try to help guys get out while they can exercise what they learn by rehabilitating themselves. I didn't have a DR in over 18 years. I seen the parole people in 2013, and I was having parole hearing every 2 years. All of a sudden, when she come on board, she put me off for 7 years. So I said, 7 years for what? What did I do to deserve that for 7 years? My parole hearing supposed to be in 2020 of April. But my God told me I won't be there. And here I am. I'm not there.
And here you are.
Go to the parole hearing.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing.
Yes, indeed.
Like I said, you got some guys in there that taking them classes. They are serious about them. They're trying to get their way out of prison, and parole board not helping them. They say we manipulating the system. But I told her, no, you all manipulating us. All the prisoners, you manipulating us. You tell us, take these programs, don't get in trouble, and we have a possible chance of sending you home on parole. But that's not happening.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned programs, and I'm aware that depends on the state, depends on the prison. Some prisons offer some great programs, others don't. Right? You have to want to be a part of those programs so they benefit you.
If you want to be.
Yeah, you have to. That's right. But at least
you have to be really accepted. You got to accept it. If you don't accept it, you're not going to be wanted.
That's right.
Nothing.
Right. That's
just
very
sitting
true.
there ain't going to help you. You got to be involved in them classes.
That's certainly right. And the other part of my question was, you kind of answered it before. How do you spend your time now? You're trying to work with young people. That's your focus right now. Your main thing.
My main thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are almost out of time today, but I wanted to ask you if you could tell us the most interesting discovery that you've come across since your release compared to the world that was in 1976. What's the most fascinating difference, maybe I should say, in the world that you came back into?
Well, one thing I know is it's definitely different. People doing different things, and the thing that we used to do, and the way the parents are with the kids now, they're more lenient on them now than it was during my days. And that's one of the biggest problems with the younger generation, because the law have changed, where all they have to do is call 911 and then you go to jail for busting their butt. Back then, you so scared of your mom and your dad that you didn't even think about calling no police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All you have to do is call the police and you go to jail. So you can't discipline your kids now the way they did during my days.
Mm-hmm. So that strikes you.
Yes.
Big difference.
And I think that's one of the biggest problems with the younger generation now, or they don't get disciplined like they should.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, I so appreciate your time today. I know you've had a very, very long day coming from Orlando to Tallahassee, and I wish you well. We all wish you well in the weeks and months ahead of you. I hope they're good ones, and I certainly know the compensation will help. It's not the the answer, but at least it will help you get on your feet. Thank you so much again, Nathan, for the time you gave us today. And I hope our listeners will join me next time on Pursuing Justice. Take care.
Okay,
thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.